Hello, wonderful beings. Hello and welcome. Namaste, Sulin, and welcome to this Wheel of Wisdom series. Hi. So, where are you joining us from? And also, I wanted to, congratulate all of you, and I wanted to wish all of you a happy International Women's Day. So, yeah, I am in awe of every single woman that is present here. And today is going, since in the title I have mentioned special, so there's going to be something special that is going to be all about women, apart from our usual, how our lives unfold and everything. Leslie says, celebrating together. Yeah, happy Women's Day, Leslie, to you. I'm glad that you could join in. It's lovely to see, familiar faces coming up and floating around, the bubbles of love floating around on the screen. So, I would love to know, like, is anyone joining us for the first time here? Good morning, Susan. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome and happy Women's Day to you. I see Caitlin floating around. Hello, Caitlin. Happy Women's Day and welcome to this live. I am so happy to have you and every single one of you. Caitlin says, hi, happy Women's Day. Yeah, let the love coming up. Caitlin says, love the earrings. Yeah, I just thought of doing something different for today. Thank you for the compliment. Okay. So, I do recognize a lot of you, and I am so grateful that you are taking out the time and being here, listening to me. That means a lot to me. But I would also love to know if anyone is joining for the first time. If anyone is joining us for the first time. I think Sulin, you are you joining for the first time? I don't recognize your name. Uh, or have you been here before? Because in case someone is joining, then only I'm going to like introduce myself or share what we do in these lives. And if you guys are a regular, then we are going to go ahead. By the way, on this beautiful day, there is another thing that is happening that I started this Wheel of Wisdom series in January of this year. And today is like the 30th, event, the 30th live event in the series. So this is 30th Wheel of Wisdom episode or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, and I love it that, we came with it so far and you guys keep coming back and, you put in all the energy and you participated and yeah, you were just here and your presence meant a lot to me. So we are also celebrating the 30, live events in the series Wheel of Wisdom today, apart from Women's Day. So yeah, thank you for the hearts. Caitlin says, "Ooh, 30, cool." Yeah, it is, it is. And I guess in about like 4 to 5 lives, we are also I'm going like I would be hosting like the 50th live event on Inside Timer. So including any previous series I have done or the first time that I started going live on Inside Timer, it was I think towards the end of August 2024. And yeah, I am like very soon I'm going to have that 50th, live event with you guys where I'm going live on Inside Timer for the 50th time. So yeah, a lot to celebrate in March. And March is also my birthday month. So yeah, a lot to celebrate in this month, in this beautiful month. Okay, guys. So so usually since I see like so many regular here, so we are going to just, start with the live as we do in this. So yeah, so what I thought about was that in order to celebrate Women's Day, we're going to Um, do a meditation regarding that. And don't worry if you're not a woman. I like the meditation is such that, you know, no matter the gender, you would love that. And and in fact, I guess it would be like um it would be a more better fit for the male energy here, for the masculine energy here. So yeah, it would be kind of an opportunity for you to celebrate the women in your life. And even like within you, because we all have that feminine energy, we all have that yin and yang in different proportions. So yeah, it is going to be the one for everyone, no matter the gender. But yeah, kind of like I mentioned, Women's Day special in the live, so more inclined towards like women. The theme is more inclined towards that. Leslie says today is the 30th anniversary of International Women's Day on March 8th, celebrating the strength, resilience, and achievement of women globally, peace, and love to all the women everywhere. Wow, thank you so much, Leslie, for sharing that. Wow, it is the 30th anniversary. Wow. We have come so far, and all the women before us, they paved the way for us to have all this freedom and everything. So yeah, yeah, Leslie, 30th anniversary for me too, as well as for the Women's Day. Wow. Everything like, aligning. This is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I love it, love it. Hello, Sharon. Hello, welcome back. I am so glad to see that you tuned in. Caitlin says neat. Yeah, about the 30th anniversary. Okay, guys. So, all the beautiful souls here, both the women or men or anyone from LGBTQ community, anyone, everyone is welcome here, and I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here. So, are you guys ready for the meditation? Are you guys ready to start with the meditation? We usually, like those of who are joining us for the first time, so we usually start with a meditation to settle ourselves, to open ourselves, to feel more connected, grounded, to get into that higher frequency, so that we are in a state to receive that wisdom, that guidance from universe, higher self, God, divine, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Caitlin says ready. What about other people? Type ready if you are ready for the meditation. If you are ready to let some love into your life through this meditation. Okay, Robin says ready, Sharon is ready, Leslie is ready, Karen is yes, Karen says yes. Susan says ready to let love in my life. Thank you for affirming it. Okay. So begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can either sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As you try to settle in, making sure that your spine is straight and yet relaxed, so that we can be in the optimal state. Now, as you begin to sink into the surface beneath you, allowing your eyes to close, turning your attention inward, bringing your awareness to your breath as you inhale, breathing in more and more calmness. And as you exhale, letting go of any tension within your body, breathing in calmness and breathing out tension. With each breath, allowing yourself to relax more and more. As you feel relaxed, bringing to mind a woman who has positively influenced your life. It could be your mother, sister, teacher, partner, or friend, or even someone you have never met but you admire her. It can be a woman in your current life or from past. Once you have chosen such a woman that has positively influenced your life, then clearly visualize her face in your mind's eye, imagine her standing in front of you, feeling the warmth of her presence, and as you begin to feel her presence, bring to mind a moment when she supported you, or inspired you, or simply made you feel valued. Take your time to bring such a moment in your mind when you feel loved by her. Connecting with the emotions that you felt in that moment. And as you are feeling now what you felt then, with your next breath in, silently repeat the words to her: I see you. I see you. And with the next exhale, silently repeat, thank you. So, looking at the women in front of you and feeling her presence, with the in breath, repeat, I see you, as you look at her and everything that she means for you and that she has done for you. And with the exhale, expressing your gratitude to her by saying thank you. Now, as you feel connected with her fully, allow your mind to think of other women, those who have taught you, who have cared for you, or those who made your world a better place, or even made this world a better place in their own way. Let their faces and names come to you one by one. Imagining them forming a circle around you. you allow your mind to think of all those women who has touched your life positively, feeling the ripple of gratitude growing in your heart. As you feel this appreciation and love within your heart, see these emotions transforming into a soft, radiant light in your heart. With each in breath, allowing this light to expand, filling you with warmth, and with the exhale, feel the light spreading around you, touching each woman in the circle. Inhaling and expanding the space within you to be filled with warmth and love. And as you exhale, letting the ripple effect come forward, letting the light of love and appreciation reach each woman in the circle. And as this light touch each woman, noticing them receive this love and appreciation from you. And with this love and appreciation in your heart for all these women around you, wishing them loving kindness through these phrases. So silently repeat after me to all these women. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all be safe. And finally, may you all feel valued. Noticing these women accepting these wishes with a smile, because your love for them has been communicated to them, and now their heart is brimming with love as well. And now, beyond all these women around you, bringing your awareness to the feminine energy within you. The feminine energy expressed as kindness, wisdom, resilience, and care. This energy exists within all of us despite the gender. So, taking a moment to connect with this part of you that nurtures, create, and uplift others. As you connect with this energy, silently affirming that I honor the feminine within me. I honor the feminine within me. And now, as we reach the end of this meditation, taking a moment to see if you want to say anything else to the women around you or to the feminine within you. another breath in, soaking in all the emotions that this meditation generated within you. And with the next exhale, letting go of this practice, becoming aware of the space around your body and gently opening your eyes whenever you are ready. Connecting back with the environment around you. If you feel like you can always stretch your body or hydrate yourself, whatever you need right now. I would love to hear about your experience of this meditation. If you feel called to share that in the comments. And in case you don't feel like typing, then you can always press the heart to let me know that you're resonating with this practice. Thank you. So I will wait for 1 minute in case anyone is typing. And then we will move on to the next part. So, if anyone joined in between the meditation, then welcome, welcome to this live, and also happy Women's Day to you too. You know, um, and we are just finished with one part of this meditation. So, like with this live, we are just finished with one part of this live. So there's a lot more left. So yeah, there is a lot more to look forward to, in case you were wondering. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I was also feeling too relaxed. So my words were just jumbling a little bit as I was speaking. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have a comment. Caitlin says, wow, powerful and moving. I thought of kiddos' nursery school teacher from a couple years ago. She's an angel that came into my life at such a dark time. And I'm eternally grateful for the strength and perspectives on love and moving on that she showed me. Wow, sounds like a wonderful human being. And you too for, recognizing that frequency of love within another. It is so wonderful what she helped you with and how you are celebrating her today, how you are recognizing her, seeing her, and acknowledging her and appreciating her everything. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for sharing that beautiful um, I don't know, anecdote with all of us to share this beautiful experience of yours with all of us. Maddie says, thank you, Alicia, for your beautiful and soulful guidance. I am glad that you resonated with the guidance. Thank you so much, Maddie, for sharing that, for sharing love in this space. I appreciate it. Hmm. Okay, so I also want to take this moment to share something with you guys, especially those who are joining us for the first time. So, um, so what I wanted to share with you all, with the first timers here, is that I am. I actually have a gift for all the women that are present here, or maybe the women in your life, who may not be here right now, but you are there on, you are there on their behalf. So you are here on their behalf. Yeah, I'm mixing my words. So, what I wanted to share, the gift that I have for all the women, all the beautiful, wonderful women here, is that I am I am currently offering like a powerful coaching conversation with me. And it is like, 1 hour of free coaching session with me. And I started this as a Valentine's gift to all women from me. And yeah, and today is like a wonderful day to just reiterate it here that if you are a woman or if you know of any women who would be interested in working with me, who's ready to step into their highest potential, or who is going through something that, would like some support, some guidance, some insight, some clarity, whatever it is that you would need. So if you relate to that, or if you can think of someone who might, find this helpful, then you can send them my way. And yeah, and the way to like unlock this gift is that you can message me here on Insight Timer. So what you can do is that you can go to my profile, and if you are already following me, you would see a donate button there. So above that donate button, there are three dots. So when you click on the three dots, you go to message teacher. And there you can mention to me, you can message me that Anisha, I'm interested in that gift and I would love to have a conversation with you. And yeah, I would love to, give you that gift of transformation. So if you are interested, don't hold back. There are no strings attached or anything to this. I just wanted to serve because it has it has been so much it has been like such fulfillment to be able to conduct all of these sessions that I did in the past few weeks or days, and it was amazing talking to, all of these women that had so much love in their heart. So yeah, out of that fulfillment, I want to continue doing so. Okay. So if you're interested, please reach out. Sulin says, thank you, Alicia. Yeah, I'm glad that you like this gift, Sulin. And I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, you can like type the phonetics and I would pronounce it in the right manner from now on. Okay, guys. So now some of you might be here for the wisdom, since the name of this live is Wheel of Wisdom. So let's move on to that part. So what we do is that we usually before like oh, thank you so much, Deirdre. Thank you so much for the donation. I so appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you. It really helps. It supports my journey and helps me keep these things going on. So thank you. I am so grateful. Sending you so much love. Okay, so So before we like spin the wheel and tap into the wisdom, I usually ask people here that what what do you want guidance on? Like what is going on in your life? So feel free to like share a general theme in your life or maybe an area of your life that you are struggling with or that you want to grow in and you would like to receive some direction, some clarity, some wisdom in relation to that. Yeah, so just, use the comment box to declare it to the universe, to God, to consciousness, to whatever you believe in. So, yeah, take this moment to to clearly state that out loud that this is something that I would need some guidance on. And if there is nothing specific, then you can always mention, you can always affirm that I'm open to receive some general guidance, for today, for this week, whatever it is. So feel free to, comment. I'm going to wait for a minute before we move on to the fun part of this live. Mhm. So there is a comment from Susan. Thank you, Susan, for initiating. So Susan says that she's struggling with being single, alone, and lonely. I need guidance on acceptance and being at peace with the situation. Hmm. Yeah, I guess you are on the right path, because acceptance is always the first step to any change or to anything for that matter, acceptance of what is, acceptance of reality. And yeah, so I hope that you receive that guidance. And also a warm hug to you, Susan, so you don't feel lonely, at least in this space, you feel the love of all of all of the beautiful beings that are present here. And if you guys would like to, shower Susan with some love, you can press on the hearts to let her know to just spread the love. Okay, so Deirdre says, and also I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone can correct me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. So Deirdre says, um, caring for self, caring for self while also caring for others. Yeah, that is the key, the balance that we all try to, struck um that we all try to struck a balance with. So that is the thing, that is the theme that, most of the people struggle. So I hear you. Um, okay, Deirdre says sorry for misspelling your name. Deirdre. Okay, Deirdre. And it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Alicia and Anisha are a common name, so people confuse that. Yeah. So Deirdre says further that discernment of the highest and best practices and decisions. Thank you so much for this offering, Anisha. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is sometimes difficult to kind of balance that this is something the other people need from me. This is something that I need to do for them. But I also don't, but my needs are in contradiction sometimes, and it is a difficult situation. Um, so let's see what is the guidance that come up for that. And and when the guidance come, then I'm also going to share what I do, for that. Caitlin says, I'm dealing with shifting my lifestyle from that of lots of leisure time to going back to school. Yay, Caitlin, a new move. I am happy, that you are stepping into the next chapter of your life in terms of that. Next, she writes that also having grief of losing an uncle very recently. Mm. And an unexpected home expense popped in this week too. Oh, I tight hug, Caitlin. It must be so overwhelming for you, to go through all these changes and loss and, you know, the stuff about finances coming up. I hope that through all of this, you are able to, care for yourself, as Deirdre mentioned, like with all of this happening. I hope that you take out some me time. Even though I can see that the leisure time is getting cut back to go like to school and everything, but still I hope that in whatever time you have, you are able to care for yourself, as all of this sounds overwhelming. Okay, so now let's dive into the wheel of wisdom. So let's see. So beautiful people here. So this is the wheel. This is the wheel of wisdom, and it contains it contains the name of the books that were randomly chosen from the books that I read in the past 8 years or so. Um, and yeah, and the number of the books on this wheel is 31. So let's see. Um, what is the book that wants to convey some wisdom today for all of us? What is that book that contains the answer to all of your questions, that contains the reassurance, guidance, and clarity that you all need? So let's spin this wheel. Okay, so the title that came up, the book that came up for today is Be Calm by Jill P. Weber. hmm I guess you might be like, it is easy to say to be calm in all of this. But let's see, what we have within this book that wants to come through, that wants to um touch your life in some way. So just a second. So what I'm going to do now for those who are new, so I'm going to open my notes. So as I was reading some of these books with no plan ahead, just as I was reading them, I just made notes of some powerful insights and transformative practices from these book. So yeah, so I made it and I like arranged it in one document or something. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to tune into my intuition. I'm going to set an intention for all of us to receive and tune into my intuition. And then with my eyes closed, I'm going to scroll through the pages of this book and stop at a section that feels like this is something that people here want to hear. So that is what we are going to do. May you all feel at peace after listening whatever comes through from this book. May you receive that direction in your life that you need right now and those answers that you need answered right now. Okay, let's see what came up. Hmm. So the author says, when we don't express negative experiences, they become internalized. We try to problem solve the upset in an internal vacuum, which results in overthinking and a sense that we can't turn off our minds without a release valve. All those negative doomsday thoughts just keep bouncing around in our head. So as I read that small paragraph, what came up for me was that, how when we are experiencing any unpleasant emotion, or when any negative experience or event is happening in our life, what we do is that we there is a lot of things that are going on inside our body. We are feeling unpleasant because things around us are not the way we want. So we try to avoid feeling that way by thinking, by trying to problem solve, by trying to solve this thing around us so that we don't feel that way anymore. And in that process, we bypass feeling our feelings. And what happens because of that is that we're thinking and thinking and trying to solve the problem, to think of every possible worst case scenario, think of every possibility we can solve this problem, going with the possibility, think of everything that would go wrong, what we would do when things go wrong, and all of that. So all of that starts happening, and the overthinking starts. And it's like we just turned on the wheel and we just rotated it, or maybe we created like a snowball. Okay, we just created that, okay, this is how I'm going to solve my problem, this might come, okay, I will add this, and then and we created a snowball, and and now somehow it has become so big that now it is rolling on its own and we cannot like control it. And we just feel like, okay, why don't my mind shut off? I need to relax right now. I need to feel more calm to be able to figure out the situation better. But now that we bypassed our feeling and we resort to thinking, and if the situation is not that way, that we cannot, if the situation is out of our hands, sometimes some things happens that are not in our control. Or maybe when the situation happens, we are focusing on the things that we cannot control, and we are trying to just figure out, because our mind tries to grab onto that certainty, tries to just plan everything out, structure everything out. It wants certainty, it wants to know what is going to happen and what you are going to do and everything. So when we try to do all of that, it just becomes out of control at some point, not only around us, but within us as well. And yeah, we cannot turn our mind off at that point as well. So that is what that came up for me as I was reading these lines. Let's see. We have a comment. So Caitlin says, I was reflecting a bit earlier on my voice and throat chakra being blocked, mostly because of conditioning growing up, and how I process others not having their throat chakra blocked, and my shadow around that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a wonderful example of um like seeing, I am glad, I am amazed that you were able to see that, that your shadow around that, in terms of other people's chakra not being blocked, they being able to express and having that voice and everything, and you not being able to do so because of all that conditioning that went behind. So it is very insightful of you to like come to this realization. Okay, reading ahead. Yeah, so that came up for me. Not being able to express yourself and not being mindful and letting it bounce around in your head instead of outwardly expressing it. Yeah, yeah, thank you for highlighting that expressing part. That somehow got lost in my mind. But yeah, expressing is important. So expressing is can be in terms of anything, it can be in terms of sharing something, talking with your friend, talking with your therapist, your coach, whatever it is, or expressing it in terms of movement, like shaking it, and not just to get rid of the body, but just to process it, because all of that thoughts also lead to building onto that emotion more and more, because thought triggers emotion. So all of this energy, emotions, energy in motion is getting like within us, it is getting triggered within us, it is getting created within us, and we need to express it in some way through movement, through art, through music, through even like, just grabbing your pillow and just shouting in it, so that you release that energy in some manner. um let's see. Caitlin says, I don't have an urge to either. I like being quiet sometimes, so those that like it are just different from me. So it's hard to understand sometimes, but we don't have to understand someone to accept and love them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is so true. And it is completely okay to, to not have the urge to do that, and because you have that quiet nature. So finding our own way to apply this, to individualize this to you, because you are unique, and the way you are, the way you express, the way you process, and everything is unique to you. So it's about like finding that key, finding what works for you, what helps you, what is healthy for you is important. Okay, let me see if this is continuing. Like, mm, okay, there is kind of like practices ahead, but they might be a bit longer. So, so I want to ask you, like, would you guys like me to read another set of lines from this book? Or would you like me to, spin the wheel? Or would you like me to just, choose a practice from this book and do that? So, lines, spin the wheel again, or a practice from this book? Susan says spin. Mm-hmm. Spinning is always fun. Okay, let's see what other people want. Caitlin says lines or spin. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe one more vote, and then we will finalize it. Let me till then copy this, what I just read, because I do post it later on. Like, whatever we just go through, I post that. So this live is getting recorded. So if you guys joined late, if you missed on to the meditation, if you would like to repeat any part of this live and also previous live, because so this is the 30th live of Wheel of Wisdom, and we have like all of the 30 now. So yeah, I have like created a playlist and a way to also play with your intuition as well, to tap into your intuition and receive the guidance when I am not live. So what you can do is that you can, open that playlist. You can tune into your intuition and choose a number between 1 to 30. And yeah, whatever number comes through, you can open that video and, you know, receive that guidance, because that was meant for you in that moment. So, yeah, you can play with that if you want. And the way to access these replays is that you can go to my profile. In the profile, in the about section, you would see a link tree, a link. So when you click on that link, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replay written. So you can go to the replay and yeah, access it. So the thing with the recordings is that since it is a longer recording, so once this live ends, it takes approximately like 1 hour for the video to get uploaded on my channel. So yeah, so in the meantime, what I do is that to give you like the immediate access, I have a group on Insight Timer, which is Wonderful Beings, because you are wonderful. So yeah, so you can join that little community of mine on Insight Timer by either searching the name Wonderful Beings on the search box, or you can go to my profile Anisha Maheshwari, and in the home page when you scroll down, you will see Wonderful Beings. So yeah, you can join that, and as soon as the live is over, within like 5 minutes, I post every line that I read in that group. And sometimes when I am not doing the live and I'm because I love reading books, so I come across something that I find inspirational or something or touching, then I post that as well in the group. So yeah, I would love to have you as a part of that community as well if you're interested. Okay, so the vote is for spin. Okay, let's spin again then. Hoping that if anyone didn't receive what they needed until now, then they would now from this spin again. So holding whatever you need guidance on in your mind as I spin this wheel. Interesting title. So the title is How to Fight by Thich Nhat Hanh. And Thich Nhat Hanh has like a whole series of books, like, how to love, how to sit, how to stand, how to relax, how to eat, how to walk, all of these things, and like doing things in a mindful manner and everything. Because I know you know how to walk or how to sit, but yeah, doing that and by bringing more mindfulness into your life. So I love it because it is like little series, a booklet kind of a thing. So let's see, what wants to come through from this book for everyone who is listening right now. Okay. So this is like kind of the cover of the book. So what I invite you to do is that, hmm, okay. So I invite you to choose a number between 1 to 102. So 1 between 1 and 102. Maybe like skip the initial 10 numbers because there are like the images and stuff. But yeah. So maybe choose a number between 10 to 102. Any number that comes to your mind. Okay. So Deirdre says 88, Caitlin says 38. Okay. So we are going to now go and read through that pages. So now I'm tuning into your intuition instead of mine. Let's see. 88. Okay. So on this page, Deirdre, a beautiful meditation came through. So what I was thinking is that maybe we can read first the lines from the Caitlin and Joe's page number, and then we can do the practice that came up on this page. but I will tell you the name of the meditation practice. So it is meditation on the 5-year-old child. So yeah, I think it would be wonderful. Um, Maybe especially given the conditioning part by Caitlin, maybe. I don't know. So what do you say, Deirdre? Should we do it towards the end after like we read the lines from Caitlin and Joe, or should we do it now? Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I would like to wrap this in a meditative state, so it would be lovely. Thank you for giving me the permission, Deirdre. So, let's see what comes on page 38. Hmm. So, Caitlin, um, and it is not only for Caitlin, it is for every one of you who is listening, so that, just take away anything that resonates with you. Just open yourself because, yeah, because that intuition of Caitlin was not only for her best interest, but it is for everyone's best interest who is listening right now. Because we are like, at the essence, we are one, right? So, the subtitle of this page is Tree in a Storm. So the paragraph goes like this. Many people don't know how to handle their strong emotions. Our wrong perceptions can make us angry or fill us with despair. To see clearly, we must calm down. When we are overcome by strong emotions, we are like a tree in a storm, with its top branches and leaves swaying in the wind. But the trunk of the tree is solid, stable, and deeply rooted in the earth. When you are caught in a storm of emotions, we can practice to be like the trunk of the tree. We don't stay up in the high branches. We go down to the trunk, become still, not carried away by our thinking and emotions. We don't say or do anything. We just focus all our attention on the rise and fall of our abdomen, our trunk. This protects us from speaking in anger and saying something we may regret. Hmm. I guess we didn't only received wisdom from this beautiful metaphor, but we also received a practice today to handle our strong emotions, and it is in alignment with the lines that we read before, that not going into the problem solving mode in the branches, in our mind and everything and thinking, but staying with the trunk, with our trunk, and just letting the rise and fall of our breath, that simple act, ground us, center us, so that we can handle the storm, we can center ourselves enough that we are not feeling overwhelmed or carried away by the storm, but we are here grounded, centered. Hmm. So if anyone resonated with that, you can share, in the comment. about it. Um, or maybe you can press the hearts to let me know, to let all of us know that, yeah, something clicked within you as I read those lines. Hmm. Caitlin says, whoa, I have an oracle card next to me saying strength. Wow, when your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Wow, I guess this is like a reassurance, Caitlin, this is like, hmm, this is the thing that you need to take in right now and take action on it right now. Like, follow it. Connecting to your roots, staying and feeling strong in your trunk. Caitlin further says, yes, going inside to the heart or solar plexus or sacral chakra and centering with your inner power and such. Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? Moving, how the both these texts reminded us or connected us with our throat chakra in terms of expressing in our sacral chakra. Like, and even before expressing, just our sacral chakra or like our belly, basically to feel centered, to feel our own strength that we forget when we feel overwhelmed by the storm and everything. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me know that this is resonating. Noni says, just turned in as you were describing the tree, and I agree, I'm coming into my own trunk. Mm-hmm. That is wonderful, and I believe that, you tune into this or into the message when it is the right time for you. This is something that you were meant to hear today, and you did by entering at the time that you did enter this live. So thank you, Noni, for sharing that. And she further says that feeling stronger and stronger each day as I continue on this path. Wow, wow. And like also tapping into the energy of this day, like Women's Day, all the strength, all that resilience, all that resilience of Mother Earth, the ultimate kind of like feminine energy that nurtures, that that kind of like make our survival possible. So yeah, so there's strength in that. So tuning into strength, strength is like the word that is coming up for us, all of us. Okay. Hmm. So we are going to do the last reading for today, which would be Joe. So the number that Joe chose was 39. So yeah, let's move on to that. It is interesting. Okay, guys. So there's nothing on 39th page, but we have a picture on 39th page of the thing that we just read. So just maybe remembering, maybe just this is all that we need today, you know? Just remembering our strength, connecting with our trunk. Yeah, yeah. Caitlin says, "Oh, it's like an oracle card." Yeah, it is. We got the message, and now when we try to just get any further guidance or wisdom, then it was like universe sending us the message that this is enough. You standing strong in the storm by focusing and grounding through your trunk, feeling the strength. Yeah, Joe says strength. Yeah, I guess yeah, strength is the message for every single one of us that are present here. And for me also, for everyone. So yeah, the reaffirming of the message through this picture, and also like as Caitlin said, the oracle card that next came to her was that, strength. So I guess that is enough for all of us. And sometimes We feel like we need more, we need to know more, we need that wisdom or that information, everything. And maybe we have enough. And usually, I think that the simplest practices, even just maybe placing a hand on your belly and just feeling the rise and the fall of the belly as you breathe in and out. No matter the storm, no matter all that is going on in your head, this place in your belly is calm, it is stable, it is strong. And just connecting with that for a while before we head on into the world, face the situation, and even before that, before we express, just first calming ourselves so that we express in a way that is not destructive, but that is, just um molding that energy into some other form. So now, as promised, we are going to wrap the session with the practice that beautiful Deirdre chose for us. Let's see. What was the practice? Yeah. So I'm going to drink some water and something. Yeah, I thought I got a comment. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just taking a moment to settle in as well. And before we begin the meditation, if you guys like are finding some value out of this, and if you would like to give back, if you would like to support me in continuing these lives, then you can do so by making a donation. You might see a button here somewhere. So if you can, then I would highly I would highly appreciate your donation. Any donation would work, because it is just an exchange of energy. And yeah, when we give out abundance, we receive that in some way or other. So yeah, that so take the space, take this time as I hydrate myself, that in case you feel called to, you can. And if you would like to, if you can't, and if you would like to support me through other way, you can always you know, follow me or listen to my content and everything. And that would also mean a lot to me. Hmm. Leslie says, what has come to me just now is that Mother Earth gives birth to all living beings. Yeah, yeah. And we all goes back to her in her loving arms. So yeah, creating, sustaining, and then we dissolve. So everything on this beautiful Mother Earth. Deirdre says, thank you so much, Anisha. I'm glad, Deirdre, that you're receiving something valuable from this life. Yeah, so I'm going to hydrate and then we will begin the meditation. Okay, so there is like a paragraph before the meditation, so I'm going to read that as well. So the author says, a 5-year-old child is vulnerable and can get hurt very easily. We have all been a 5-year-old, and that child is still alive inside us. In this meditation, you go home and touch the 5-year-old child in you, the child who may be deeply wounded, and who have been neglected for a long time. Sitting and breathing, and perhaps looking at a photo of yourself at age 5. So, if you don't have a photo, that's okay. You can imagine yourself at age 5. So, just we are going to imagine ourselves at the age of 5, and we are going to sit here and breathe, and we are going to repeat to ourselves the statement: seeing myself as a 5-year-old child, I breathe in. Smiling to the 5-year-old child, I breathe out. So the author further says, the next step is to imagine the person who you perceive as causing your suffering as a 5-year-old child. And it can be helpful to imagine, just a second. Yeah, and it can be helpful to imagine that person, for example, your parents, as 5-year-old children as well. You can say, breathing in, I see my father as a 5-year-old child. Breathing out, I smile to the 5-year-old child that my father was. We may have an image of our father as an adult, but we forget that he was once a little boy whose feelings were also easily hurt. So, if it helps, you can find a photo of your father or of your parent or for that or of that person, maybe a caregiver in this case, or maybe imagine him that way. And yeah, and you will see that your father carries wounds in himself, just like you do. In that moment, you are your father. You become one with the object of your contemplation, and understanding and compassion can arise. So, this is kind of an overview of this practice that the author shares, that first connecting with the 5-year-old child within us, and then connecting with the 5-year-old child within our parent. In this case, the author has used an example of our father, of your father. So, yeah, just imagine him as well as a 5-year-old child and seeing that he was also hurt and he also carries that conditioning, that wounds, and all of that. And seeing that he is also like me in terms of that. So now we're going to just, begin the practice, which involves repeating those statements. So begin by coming into a comfortable position, sitting in a straight and yet relaxed manner. Allowing your eyes to close and bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the air flowing in and out. With each breath, allowing yourself to relax more and more. And now we are going to repeat statements, pairing them with your breath. So, the statement that we are going to repeat is seeing myself as a 5-year-old child. I breathe in. So, when you breathe in, you can either say the statement or imagine yourself as a 5-year-old version of you, or maybe both, whatever is easy for you. And with the out breath, saying, smiling to the 5-year-old child within me. So again, you can either say the statement or you can imagine yourself smiling at that 5-year-old version of you. So let's begin with the in breath, seeing myself as a 5-year-old child. I breathe in. Smiling to the 5-year-old child, I breathe out. With the in breath, seeing the 5-year-old child, and with the out breath, smiling at this 5-year-old version of you. With the in breath, seeing the 5-year-old version of you as fragile and vulnerable. And with the out breath, smiling with love to the 5-year-old within you. Continue seeing with the in breath and smiling at the out breath. And now imagine either one of your parent, any one of your parent, or maybe another caregiver who caused you suffering when you were 5-year old. And now, with the next in breath, see that caregiver as a 5-year-old boy or girl. And with the out breath, smile to that caregiver as you see them as the 5-year-old version of them. So, with the in breath, seeing the caregiver as a 5-year-old, and with the out breath, smiling at them, at that 5-year-old version of them. With the in breath, seeing this 5-year-old version of the caregiver as fragile and vulnerable. And with the out breath, smiling with love and understanding to that caregiver who, whose 5-year-old version you see. So, with the in breath, seeing them as fragile and vulnerable as a 5-year-old, and with the out breath, smiling at them with understanding as you see them as a 5-year-old. And now, bringing to mind both of your parents, and with the in breath, seeing your father suffering as a child, and with your out breath, seeing your mother suffering as a child, just because they were fragile and vulnerable at that age. And finally, with the in breath, seeing your father and mother in yourself, and with the out breath, smiling to your mother and father in you. Again, with the in breath, seeing them within you, and with the out breath, as you look at them within you, smiling at them with understanding. You did great. So now taking a deep breath into your belly and releasing the air with a sigh. Mm. Maybe two more like that at your own pace. Wonderful. And now placing a hand or both of your hands on your belly and noticing the rise and fall of your stomach, connecting back with your body and with the strength within you. If the practice was overwhelming for you in any manner, taking refuge in your belly, feeling your strong core, and letting yourself relax with each rise and fall of your stomach. And whenever you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes, connecting back with the environment around you. You can stretch or move your body in whatever manner that you would like, or maybe hydrate yourself, whatever is it that you need. So feel free to share your experience in the comment or press the heart to let me know that you resonated with the practice. Okay, we have a comment. Um, wow, Deirdre, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much for donating again. That wow, thank you so much for sharing that abundance and that energy with me. And I wish that it comes back to you in multifolds. That energy of love that you are spreading right now just surrounds you and envelops you and supports you as you go through your life. And that abundance just doubles and quadruples for you. Thank you. Okay, dear dresses. Wow, so gentle and powerful, Anisha. What a gift. Thank you so much. Your voice and energy are so maternal. That is so nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your comments, your participation, your donation. It means a lot, you know, to receive this and to know that you are receiving value from this. Thank you for making my day. Uh, yeah, and it is so nice of you to, share that you feel the maternal energy in the space from me because that's what this day is about, I guess. Deirdre says that thank you for sharing your abundance of love, compassion, and empathy, Anisha. Thank you for sharing your energy and your presence, Deirdre. Noni says, I am in tears. Did not expect to feel the compassion. I just did for my parents, whom I have been very angry with for a long time. They did the best they could given their own upbringing. Yeah, that is such a powerful insight and realization, and to experience it is at another level because I can relate to that, Noni. Initially, when I discovered everything, when I was doing the inner work and I discovered everything that I learned or got through conditioning, all the limiting beliefs about myself, all the doubt and everything, I I hold that resentment for some time towards them. And then I had this realization that they they also had that same conditioning. They were also a child once. And they are more than just my parents. They are individuals, they are individual human beings. So when all of that, when understanding comes, compassion naturally flows out. It is a natural byproduct. So thank you for sharing that insight with us and with all of us present here because I can see the hearts flowing and I know that or everyone who is even not speaking, who is a silent observer, they are being touched by these words and that's why they're here. So, thank you each and everyone for your presence, for sharing, for participating, for the donation, for your hearts, everything. I am grateful for the space and for you. Okay, so guys, it's I guess this one was a record breaking session, so we are like 1 hour 45 minutes into the session. And yeah, it was meant to be, I guess. This was the 30th Wheel of Wisdom session, and on the special day. So yeah, it is all aligning, and I'm glad that the session went for this long, and I would I loved staying with you for this long. So now, as this come to close, I want to again reiterate a few things for anyone who joined late or between the session. Let's see. Caitlin says it was definitely interesting thinking of 5-year-old daddy and feeling the sheer terror he must have felt at times from his father. Yeah, yeah, understanding that that we don't that maybe we never reflected in our life that they were also a baby and they might have for them to turn this way, for them to be able to inflict suffering or pain in any manner, whether intentionally or unintentionally, they might have received that as well in some manner. And Caitlin says, and I thought of my babysitter who was a 5-year-old in the 1940s growing up in probably not that most nurturing circumstances. Yeah, it is amazing, when we when we just take away the facade everyone has, developed the personality that everyone has developed and see the human being beneath it and see the soul and see the pureness or the basic goodness that each and every one of us were once and maybe are, and yes, definitely are within all of this. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Caitlin. It was interesting, how you not only included your father, but the babysitter as well in this. Okay, it is such a nice space. Thank you guys for your energy and everything here. Okay, so for those of you who joined in between or who joined late, so this was like our 30th session of Wheel of Wisdom. We started this at the start of this very year, and this is the 30th session, and I'm so happy that, you know, we came this far, and it was all because of you, your comments, your interaction, and your donations kept that going, you know. So thank you for supporting my journey. Thank you for helping me come this far and being there listening to me live after live. And if you're joining for the first time, I'm hoping that you would stay in the future ones as well. Because I do these lives on alternate days. I have been doing these live on alternate days. So the next one is on 10th. But then I'm taking a little bit break because my birthday, a major celebration in India. So yeah, and I'm going to be traveling and a lot of things. So yeah, between 11th and 15th, I'm taking a break. Um, yeah, so on that note also, if you guys were if you guys are interested in that gift, of a powerful coaching session, so if you're a woman or if you know of a woman who would be interested in like a free 1 hour coaching session with me, then you're welcome to message me, to reach out to me. You can message me on Inside Timer, and I would love to, offer you that space and that space for you to receive the guidance, the support, the insights, the clarity, whatever you need. And yeah, it has been an amazing journey to offer these to the women in the past. And I would like to continue this as long as I can. So that is also one in one direction your donation goes. So any donation that you give, it helps me, you know, keep on doing these lives, keep these lives coming, as well as to offer these sessions, to block out that time from it, and yeah, to sustain that also. So thank you anyone who has donated and anyone who has supported me in any manner. Deirdre says, Happy birthday, Anisha. Glad you will be celebrating your precious life. Enjoy. That is so sweet of you. Thank you for your kind wishes, Deirdre. Yeah, yeah. And that was also one reason I wanted to continue doing this, offering these sessions because yeah, I feel like I want to do more with my existence, with my limited time on this earth, and just, bring any level of ease I can in the life of people, in the life of amazing, beautiful women who are here, who are willing to, take that step into their highest potential, are willing to transform. So yeah, that is also another reason that I want to continue doing this. Okay, so now we are at end of this live. To wrap this, Um, I want to remind you again, this is getting recorded. So, in case you missed anything, or in case you would like to check out my previous lives and play a little intuition game of yours, just tune into that inner wisdom of yours as well. Or open up a space for the wisdom to reach you even when I am not there, even when this live is not there. You can always go to the playlist through the link in my profile. And yeah, just choose a number of any live between 1 to 30 and just play that particular video and yeah, receive that guidance and wisdom. And thank you for the hearts. I see you guys. um yeah, so you can do that, and towards the end, like after this live end, within like 5 minutes or so, I'm going to upload the lines that I read in this live in my community, in my little community on Inside Timer, which is Wonderful Beings. So feel free to join it if you would like to read whatever we just did, refresh it, or if you would like to just stay connected, share your progress, or maybe receive anything additional that I offer in between the lives. So, yeah, that's it for today's live. Thank you, each and everyone, for listening to me for so long. It has been like 1 hour, 51 minutes, the longest I have ever continuously spoken, or maybe it stayed in the space. So thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your interactions. And thank you, Deirdre, again for the donation. Okay. Bye bye. I will see you on 10th, or maybe like day after tomorrow. So based on the time zone. You can follow me in case you don't want to miss the lives, because I'm going to take a break. So after that, I'm going to do the live. So if you want to get notified and everything. So yeah, bye bye. Finally, love you all. Sending my love and light and healing and whatever else that you need right now, to all of you. Bye. Deirdre says you're welcome. You're a blessing, and you are too. Deirdre, to me and to the people in your life. Bye, Noni. Namaste. Namaste.